All right, we are live
Oh my
from
gosh.
Hartville, Ohio,
This beat is just banging, dude.
and we are back in the saddle with you
Yes.
here on our Rumble channel.
Yes.
And good to be back. Good to be back.
Very good to be back. It's been a long time.
Okay,
man.
so it was not intentional for
no,
it to be
was
this long.
not.
Okay. Did you want to explain what
The
happened
freaking
last week?
storm, man.
Yeah. So we.
It was like a freaking tornado, man.
There was literally, we were about to go
what
live.
on earth?
We were about to go live,
Literally
and then we had a
about to go
tornado
live.
warning.
Like,
Yeah, and I was like kind of monitoring the storm a little bit, and then it was like, okay, we might be able to go live. It'll be fine. We'll still have power. And then as soon as we were about to hit the live button, we had the live stream set up and everything, and then we got a tornado warning on the alert radio. I'm like, oh,
don't go downstairs.
and then I'm like, okay, well, we could still go live. Let's just not lose power, and we'll be
We
fine.
lost power.
We lost power, and the power came back at like 11 o'clock at night, so it was like, all right, well, it's too late to do anything now, but, you know, we, yeah, it was just a unnecessary break there we had.
Yeah. Sound good, dude. So.
Good.
That was flawless. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so, guys, we are glad to be back with you.
Yes.
It's unfortunate that we didn't get to go
A
over
lot of good things have happened in both of our personal lives as well. So.
Yeah,
So.
for sure. It sucks that we...
Other than the storm, yeah, things have been good. We've just been.
Yeah.
Hope you guys liked our new logo. Jared, the badass over here, put that together. So,
Oh, thank you, sir.
like, seriously,
Thank you.
he's worked his butt off this week working on that.
Yeah, I was making sure that was good for our stream. We'll have
Yes.
hopefully a transition too that we could put for our videos
Yes.
when we pop them up.
Yes. You might see that tonight, guys. So.
I don't have it set up for that
Oh.
tonight.
Well then, okay.
Little
But-
bits and changes at a time.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
But yeah, so this video will be on YouTube after it finishes airing on Rumble.
Yeah, because we did say we wanted to keep our YouTube fans in the loop too, because they are the most subscribers that we have still for now.
Yeah.
So.
And so yeah, we want to. I have a way of streaming onto my hard drive directly onto there too, as well as Rumble. So hopefully everything will transfer over okay. I'm monitoring the stream right now, and it kind of goes back and forth between being a good stream and not so good. So I'll monitor as the night goes.
Dude, this looks fantastic right here. So
But looks good. Okay. So anyways, So yeah, so I have like a new Stream Deck thing. Look at this. So this thing allows me to switch between videos and whatnot.
Yeah.
With ease.
It's
so
so
that
cool. You just tap what the picture shows, guys, and it switches to whatever you tap. It's so cool.
Yep, you just program the buttons. It even has you can have it set up for to open applications. You can have it do whatever you want.
It's making
really,
it so much seamless for us. Like oh my gosh, like it's just
I love it.
It always just blows my mind like how much more advanced we get with each like thing. It's like holy crap.
Oh, for sure, dude.
Like, did we need this? Did we actually need it? Probably not, but it makes things better.
Yeah, it's easier on me.
Yeah. God, we look so handsome.
If I do say so myself.
That is your pronouns, Jared. Handsome and
Yes.
brilliant.
Yeah. You know it. Anyways, guys, we got a
doozy
of a show for you. Now it sucks that we couldn't go live last week because we had a lot of good topics to discuss.
And yes, dude, I do. For me, at least, on the next show, if Jodo's okay with it, I do have a review coming for Oppenheimer. I have not seen it yet. I'm seeing it tomorrow. I'll let you guys know.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll let you guys know. So,
all right, cool.
How I like it.
Sweet.
But speaking of movies, though, me and Jared saw. I know this is a little bit late to the party, guys, but me and Jared did see Sound of Freedom, right?
Yeah.
And we did leave a review of it on our TikTok. And a lot of you guys actually reacted very positively to it. which we appreciate. So thank you guys for that. But Jill, let's just expand on this a little bit. What did you think of it, first and foremost?
Well, I thought that it was a very powerful movie.
Yeah.
I thought that they did a great job at telling the story there.
Yeah.
You know, between I don't want to do any spoilers or whatnot, but the premise of the story is that, you know, there's these two kids that get kidnapped in the opening scene, and it, you know, goes on, you know, the whole movie is basically to rescue those children specifically.
Yes.
But along the way, Tim Ballard, you know, saves a lot of kids.
Yes.
You know, not only them, but other kids that were trafficked as well.
Yes.
And it's based on a true story. Tim Ballard is a hero.
American hero, yes, absolutely.
In my book.
Yes.
You know, we should appreciate people that risk their lives like that to go into faraway lands to search for people that are trafficked like that. Like Tim Ballard did something that many people will never do,
or have the guts to do.
Yeah. You know, there's very few people that will do that.
Yeah.
You know, I don't even think I could do that.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah.
Like when it comes down to it, like it's like, yeah, I would love to go in and help people. But when it comes down to it, really just there's a select few people that could really do the job. That can really that are equipped to do it and have the courage and strength to do so, because there's a lot of risks that come with going into these territories. And if you watch the movie,
and with this crime in particular as well.
Yeah. Yeah, with the crime in particular. But if you go and watch this movie, you will see the risks that are threatened at Tim Ballard throughout the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I don't know if some of that is dramatized because of it being a movie. Obviously, it has to be because, you know, for story purposes.
Yeah.
But some parts are probably pretty accurate.
Yeah.
I would say.
Like the undercover stuff is pretty dang accurate, I would say.
Now, the two kids that are the focus of the movie, those are not real kids.
Those are made to
for the story.
paint not only that, but paint a picture of trafficking in general.
Yeah.
Like those are the, like, for lack of a better word, poster people for the issue.
Yeah.
Like, put it like,
good way to put it, yeah. That way it allows you know, it makes it more of an attractive movie to watch when you got, you know, a focus
on characters.
Yeah,
yes.
on characters.
Yeah. Yep.
Not just like I don't think it would have had the same effect on the audience if it was like, okay, here's trafficking in general, and he's just going
almost like
into
a documentary, like
and it's like he's going into, you know, this foreign, faraway land, you
Cambodia,
know, Cambodia or whatever, and is, you know, just rescuing a bunch of children, and then, you know, it kind of just shows him doing different things. Like, I don't think that would have been as effective.
No, not at all.
Now, would it still been, you know, passable as a good movie?
Yeah.
Probably.
But it wouldn't have won $100 million.
Yeah, it would have gotten nowhere near $100 million.
Which is crazy to think about, because they were only looking for $2 million, and then it freaking hits like, wow.
But speaking of, well, there was this movie that we saw not last week, but the week before. But there's been a lot of movies out in theaters recently. A lot of good and not so good movies.
Right. One good one that as I said before, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. So
you'll have to let me know how that is.
Yes.
But
Nolan, let's go. My favorite. Anyway. In and out over here.
Anyways, but you know, it's been a pretty crazy couple of weeks for the movie theaters.
Yes.
A lot of good stuff. I mean, it's kind of showing that there's still a market for movie theaters. You know, because you thought, oh, movie theaters are completely done for because of COVID and online streaming, and no, it's showing that, you know, there's still people that will go to a theater and pay to watch a movie.
A lot of people, yes.
You know, I mean, and that's proof in the pudding right there.
Yes.
You know, that people, well, not only Sound of Freedom, but people wanted to go see the new Barbie movie. Now,
Yeah.
that's not my cup of tea,
No, not
but
at
you
all.
know,
Nope.
there's a lot. I saw a lot of people. I was up at the Strongsville Mall
Yeah.
in Ohio, if you guys are familiar with it. But it has a movie theater in the mall, and there's a bunch of people in like girls dressed in pink and
Yeah. Basically
even
playing
some
the part of Barbie, basically.
yeah they were like you know that
Cosplaying.
they're going to see the Barbie movie. There was even some guys that were dressed in pink.
Being
I'm like,
dragged by their girlfriends probably to see
well,
it.
some of them might have been a little light in the loafers, if you get what I mean. But
Just don't want to see atomic bombs blow up. They just want to like
yeah,
be
well,
safe.
yeah. So, but yeah, some of them might have been a little on the fruity side that
Drag,
were
you
going
mean?
to. I don't know about that, but I'm just saying it might have been a little fruity going in to see that movie, because I mean any
goodness.
straight guy would in the right mind wouldn't go in
No.
a dress in pink to go
No.
watch that movie,
No.
or just to watch that movie in general.
No.
Um,
No. No.
you know what I mean?
I want to see atomic bombs, man. Not.
I want to. I want to watch action movies,
What?
not Barbie freaking movie, man. I don't want to see that crap.
Oh man.
But anyways, yeah. So that was
Also, not only were there political issues with Barbie, which we will get into,
yeah.
but with this movie that I'm seeing, I wanted to see it in IMAX 70mm. I was telling Jared about this because that was the way that it was intended to be watched.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm kind of glad I didn't, because there were now reports coming out that a lot of the projectors that were showing this movie now are failing because the film either is too long or it's like too intense for the projector to show.
Really?
Like too much content
For
it to-
IMAX
yeah,
ones?
the IMAX 70mm film is too much to fit into the projector, or the bulb can't show it because it's too intense.
That's weird.
Yeah. So they've had a lot of like stuff where like in the middle of the movie the bulb just goes and the movie just goes out because it's just too intense for it to handle, like particularly doing the big scene basically.
I never heard of that
Yeah.
before. That's weird.
Yeah. Hopefully IMAX gets that fixed because it is the best way to watch that movie.
So has this
by
been
far.
a consistent problem
Yeah.
along the board? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Um,
It's not no one's fault. It's just like what happens when theater companies don't take pride in, showing movies that are made for that.
interesting.
Because it is a cinephiles movie. Oppenheimer's going to be a cinephiles movie. By far.
Yeah.
And I know that. And I haven't even seen it yet. It shouldn't happen in my theater, though, because I'm seeing it in Cinemark. So,
Okay.
wanted to see it in IMAX, but I'm not driving all the way to Pittsburgh.
Yeah. That's a bit of a haul for
Yeah.
just a movie.
It'd be my dream, yes, but, I mean...
Yeah. And then if they're having issues with the bulb,
Yeah.
then maybe not.
Right.
Anyways, let's get into the ugly of this Barbie movie.
Yes.
The other big hit over the past couple of weeks or so.
Yes.
Whenever the heck this movie came out, I don't know. Maybe it says
the only thing wrong with Oppenheimer, guys, is the freaking some of the technical details, and that's not even the movie's fault. But this, on the other hand,
yeah.
you guys will see this. So
Let me make sure this is all lined up for you guys.
Joe, take it away.
Okay. All right.
Barbie,
So
man.
there's a lot of issues. Let's see what the title is here. This is from Daily Mail. Now Elon Musk joins backlash against Barbie film's portrayal of anti-man feminism, saying, quote, if you take a shot every time Barbie says takes a shot every time Barbie says the word patriarchy, you'll pass out before the movie ends. So it says Elon Musk has joined the backlash against Barbie, attacking the blockbuster's depiction of patriarchy. It's the biggest film of the year and has stormed the box office with a record of $155 million debut.
Ooh.
But while fans love it, critics have been split. There have been a wave of criticism, particularly from conservative figures, over what some describe as the film's anti-man agenda. Billionaire Tesla owner Musk, who is known for being outspoken and often aligns himself with conservative viewpoints, has hinted he wasn't a fan of the message of the film, which was created by director Greta Gerwig. It
Sick.
I
What
don't know. I
does
don't.
that mean?
It sick. You take a
It's
shot.
sick.
I guess you take a shot every time Barbie says the word patriarchy. You will pass out before the movie ends. Musk said on Twitter in response to a meme. Musk has declared himself a free speech absolutist, allowing figures such as professed misogynist Andrew Tate back on
Okay.
Twitter and sharing anti-trans content. He is not alone in taking issue with the girl power message and how the film portrays male and female relationships. Let's see. Here you can see some photos of
Like the red carpet, probably.
yeah, Barbie movie. And then here's Ben Shapiro. It said,
Talking about
my producers dragged me to see Barbie, and it was one of the most woke movies I've ever seen. My full review of this flaming garbage heap of a film will be out on my YouTube channel tomorrow.
Look at his face. You can tell that he's just like, really?
Yeah, he's like, no.
God.
There's other people. Okay, another tweet says it's from Lauren Chen.
Ryan Gosling's beta energy. Ha ha ha.
So, the Barbie movie literally has Ken trying to bring the patriarchy, explicitly called the patriarchy, to Barbie Land and amend the Barbie Land Constitution to remove Barbies from positions of power.
Oh my god.
The lengths of the studio went to hide how insufferably woke this movie is are astounding. Can't speak. Beta energy, despite the actor being widely lauded for his performance.
Oh my.
Yeah, so okay, that's actually kind of neat for photos and stuff. But yeah, guys, I guess you kind of get the idea. First of all, I haven't seen the movie. So I can't completely assess the
Movie, yeah.
assess what the issues are, and I probably will never see the movie. But I will say that is kind of concerning.
Yeah.
That I don't like
It's
the
gonna
fact.
divide men and women further.
Well, it's
First of all,
again, what have we been talking about on our channel, right? We talk about everything's anti-man, everything's against men, and also is feminizing men. You know, a lot of the messages nowadays is like, okay, men should be more feminine-like. They shouldn't be as masculine. You know, toxic masculinity.
Yeah, we had a whole episode about that. Yeah,
we had a whole episode on our channel, but you know the thing is they're trying to make us out to be the bad guy, and it's horrible to be masculine, you know. But in turn, you know, we all know that it's good to be masculine. You know, what I don't agree what I don't agree with is, you know, men being violent against women.
No, that's called being an asshole.
That's called being an asshole. That is not the masculine way to go about it. You know, that's not how you treat women.
Right.
So this whole thing of, you know, feminizing men, the anti-man message in this Barbie movie, it's horrible because this whole movie is, I presume, focused towards young girls.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
And then they see this movie and, you know, they don't have the ability to understand what some of these messages are trying to
actually
persuade.
Yeah.
And then unknowingly they get this information and they just think that's how it should be. You know, without having having the discernment or having the you know, the ability to tell what's right and what's wrong.
Peel back a little bit further and look at the layers underneath.
Yeah, there's more to it than just, oh, this is a fun movie that's, you know, based on the Barbie dolls, which that's what it should be, but it's not.
Yeah.
And I kind of knew from the get-go that they were going to try doing this.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, you didn't even have to.
Mom's excited for it just because I guess really does harken back to the toys and stuff.
Yeah, and
but I'm like, you should be careful though with taking out siblings to see it though, just because it should I don't know. Maybe just I have a feeling that there'll be some messages in there that aren't. And look what I was right.
Exactly.
I just have like a radar for like movies that I know are good or not. Like I don't know, from trailers I can just tell.
Oh yeah.
Like
Oh, for sure, dude. It's kinda
now will this be nominated for Oscars? I don't know.
well,
From a purely movie perspective,
yeah,
do you think? I mean, I don't.
probably not.
Right.
Um, I don't. From what I understand, the storyline was garbage.
Okay.
If
Yeah, let's
you
take it from a movie perspective really quick, I guess. Yeah, I did hear that too. It's like
the
it's just weird,
storyline's
yeah,
kind of crap.
it's just weird, yeah. Too.
Now, from a
Doesn't make any sense all over the place.
now is the colors and the background scenes, are they all, on brand? Yeah, I think they probably are.
They're probably stunning. The effects,
Um,
at least, yeah.
Now, I don't know. I, it's just maybe it's just the nature of the beast when it comes to, you know, like all the Ken dolls are kind of. I mean, you never really get a masculine feeling from Ken in the first place,
No,
right?
no, I don't. No, not at all.
I mean, even when they had him in Toy Story, when they had
what?
like,
He was like a gay dude.
he was definitely like he was a little light in the loafers, and
Yes.
so I guess they're kind of staying on message there, on staying on brand, but
Well, I did say that he was trying to make it like basically like a fascist thing, right? Then wasn't he basically saying that he was trying to? Because from the way I took it, he was the bad guy in this movie.
yeah, like he went. I believe he went out. Spoiler alert. I mean, I haven't seen the movie, but I'm going to talk about some of the things that I heard about the movie. I guess he went out. They went out into the real world.
Yeah.
Went from the Barbie world to the real world, and Ken brought back ideas of the patriarchy or something. And the matriarchy is the one that's in Barbie world. So he thought the patriarchy was awesome, so he established the patriarchy in the Barbie world
Yeah.
because he thought it was so awesome,
Yeah.
and he wanted the guys to be ruling and all that, and it's just stupid.
What?
And it's just
I'll tell you this, guys.
Making
Save yourself some money and go see a movie about actual history.
yep.
And that'll actually challenge you to your core.
Or go watch Sound of Freedom.
What?
You know,
What?
actual important topics to be discussed
Yes.
nowadays.
Whether it's child trafficking or the one I'm talking about tomorrow, which from what I've seen, it's already challenging my beliefs on whether we should have dropped the bomb or not, because just the questions that he asks and like I don't know if you guys know this, but this dude's life, Oppenheimer's life, he was never the same after he saw that bomb they dropped.
Mm.
It haunted him for life. He considered taking his life multiple times.
Wow.
After that. And I would understand why. Like, can you imagine the gravity of your invention like that?
Mhm. I mean, I guess I can't really imagine it because it's such a huge consequence for the project.
Yeah.
What they were aiming to do.
Yeah. And dude, he died during the Cold War too. So imagine that too, dying that you're thinking that the world's gonna end with your invention, mind you. Like, my gosh.
What year did he die?
1965 or something like that.
Okay. Wow.
Well, 70. Like, he died during the Cold War. Is what my point is.
Okay.
I don't know exactly what year he died, but during the Cold War, yes.
And he knew nothing else other than the
threat of nuclear war,
Yeah.
and yeah, of course, yeah.
That's crazy. Man.
So yes, I'm excited to see this movie.
Yeah,
really,
for sure.
really excited.
Yeah, guys, so
Definitely looks a lot better than Bobby.
yeah, I'd say. But anyways, yeah, go spend your money on a movie that will actually teach you
The truth.
the truth, or just be something that is purely entertainment, not, politically, injected, and it's sad that
wrongfully politically injected, might I add.
Yeah, and they have to do that to a children's movie.
Right.
I feel like it was a hook, line, and sinker.
Oh, yeah.
They pulled them.
I knew they were gonna do it too.
They pulled them into the movie, thinking that it was just gonna be a harmless, movie about a doll.
I really wish.
And it turned out
even with going into the real world story, I wouldn't have minded. If it would have been something like How Learning to Be Human or something.
Yeah.
Like, that would have made for a good story.
Yeah.
Like, dealing with emotions and how to, like, deal with, like, that would have been a good story.
Mm-hmm. So, anyways, guys, enough of the Barbie talk. I guess we can get into the some of the more important stuff.
Yes.
But yeah, this is pretty important news, guys.
Oh my.
So Kevin McCarthy is ramping up the impeachment inquiry.
Yes. Impeach Biden now.
So this is a bit of a longer video, but
do it now.
It's very informative on what is going on here.
Yes.
So this video here is Kevin McCarthy. He broke it to Fox News saying that, yeah, we're going to look into impeaching Biden. And it was just not even a couple weeks ago where he pumped the brakes on the impeachment thing because they were like, we need to gather more evidence before we can make a formal, attempt at trying to impeach the sitting president of the United States. And here it is.
That they bribed the Bidens, okay? This was given to the FBI. When Bill Barr finally found out about it, he sent it to his office in Philadelphia. They actually said that this was very credible. The FBI kept this from the IRS individuals for them ever to see it. So not only do they claim that they were bribed, we now find information that 16 out of 17 payments from Romania were provided to the Biden shell companies while he was vice president. When President Biden was running for office, he told the American public that he's never talked about business. He said his family has never received $1 from China, which we now prove is not true. We now have some of the most credible whistleblowers. These 10-year IRS agents who have come forward said that the Biden family has been treated differently, that what Weiss has told us is different than what Garland and Weiss has told the public. And you're sitting here today where now you have found millions of foreign money, just what the 1023 alleges they did to Biden's family. Now we found that it has funneled through shell companies. If you're sitting in our position today, we would know none of this if Republicans had not taken the majority. We've only followed where the information has taken us. But Hannity, this is rising to the level of impeachment inquiry, which provides Congress the strongest power to get the rest of the knowledge and information needed. Because this president has also used something we have not seen since Richard Nixon, used the weaponization of government to benefit his family and deny Congress the ability to have the oversight.
Yes.
If we are talking about millions of dollars coming from our top geopolitical foes, and that the Biden family has been corrupted and took in all of this money, and he was complicit in that, wouldn't that mean that we have a criminal enterprise as president of the United States that had to be on every level compromised by countries that are not particularly fond of us?
Yes.
Well, it's interesting that the Biden family runs, if they say, a company but never had an office and shell companies to be able to pay through. But if they really ran it for foreign countries, why didn't you get money from France, from Germany, from UK? Why does it have to be from China, Romania, in these countries that have real challenges and had problems going through? I believe we will follow this all the way to the end, and this is going to rise to an impeachment inquiry the way the Constitution tells us to do this, and we have to get the answers to these questions.
In the words of John Dean, a malignant cancer now is surrounding the Biden presidency, and those walls are closing awfully tight. This is not going the way I'm sure they wanted it to. And then we have on the other side of it the assistance of the DOJ and the FBI. That's Jim Jordan's committee. Mr. Speaker, thank you.
Wow.
So what are your thoughts on that? First
Impeach
of all?
him. Impeach him. Impeach him. Impeach him. The whole family's corrupt. These keep adding more evidence on him.
They're stacking more
Keep
and more
piling
against him
it.
every single week.
Him
There's-
and his son.
Yep. And you know what, though? If it wasn't for the fact that his son was going around collecting bags of cash in other countries, Biden would have been perfectly fine.
But
And
no.
But no, his son, and also his son is so good at keeping evidence on his phone
yeah.
because he
Oh,
takes
yeah.
pictures of everything.
As
know,
we
with his
saw
phone.
last time.
Check
Yeah.
out our last live stream.
Yes.
We went through the Hunter Biden laptop, which
Yes.
so just a
Jeez,
content
yeah.
warning there.
Yeah. We saw some crap, yes.
But yeah, so that just
You can't hide crap. Not even from us.
well, the thing is, he documents everything he does.
Maybe that's a bad thing.
And that's the thing. It's like, dude, you are literally incriminating yourself. I mean,
You are a sitting dick.
yeah, it's such an easy, at least I would think, such an easy way of just getting rid of Biden. Just impeach him.
But they don't want to do it.
Now, I think
That meaning Congress, I think.
now I will say that the two impeachments against Trump were bogus.
Oh, yeah.
And on very scanty evidence at that. But basically, they broke the seal when they started going after Trump twice. Not just once,
They let us
twice.
know how they really feel.
Yeah. And they
Failed again, as they should have.
well, they failed twice to get him out of office. And I feel like we should really take the advantage of getting rid of Biden when we have so much evidence stacked up against him.
Actual evidence, too.
Yeah. I mean, there's, his son is going around. Well, we read through the some of the messages between the
Yeah.
foreign Chinese businessmen
Yeah.
and Hunter.
But there's some other messages, too, that I did not expect to see.
Yeah, we kind of found out some things about Joe that he might have been involved in some affair.
Yeah. Ugh.
So I don't know why. I don't know if they've ever talked about that, but that was on the Hunter
No.
Biden laptop. So
They wouldn't have either
don't-
because
don't know how true that is. We're saying allegedly, but
yes, we were saying that, yes.
but yeah, it would seem like he was involved in some
Affair.
extramarital affair.
Jeez, this whole family is just
It's the Biden crime family. I
Yeah.
mean, they labeled that on Fox News like that. I think that's pretty accurate.
yeah.
I don't see how Biden's gonna make this out in one piece.
And yes, every politician to some extent probably has done some criminal stuff, but never this bad. Though.
Yep. And when people are
And
like,
out in the open too.
yep. Well, here's the thing. Here's the defense against why we're going after Biden.
Yeah.
One, we have all the evidence stacked up against him.
Yeah.
Two, now imagine if this was Trump and his family.
Oh yeah.
Imagine if Donald Trump Jr. or any of his family were going around collecting bags of cash on the
Snorting
Trump name,
cocaine,
snorting cocaine off of a hooker's ass.
screwing it. Yeah, I was gonna say screwing every other woman they see.
Yeah, this would
Like-
be plastered all over the headlines.
networks. Yes.
Trump would have been impeached 5 ways to Sunday,
Yeah.
and
Already been in prison.
already been in prison. We would have been, it would have been a done deal. So there's no reason why we shouldn't get him out of
They're
office.
playing favoritism. Yeah.
Now-
The leftism, I'm saying. They're playing favoritism.
Now, let's play a little what if here.
Do it.
What if Biden gets impeached and he is removed from office?
Hmm.
What happens
Is
then?
anything
Aiden?
gonna get better? I don't think so.
No,
I mean,
I don't think so. What do you think's going to happen?
Kamala.
Yeah, Kamala is going to be there, right? She's the cackling hen she is.
Yeah, she's even more nuts.
Yep, she's bonkers, if you will. She can't.
Jeez, maybe this was a whole plan. Like we've been saying. Push old Joe off the stairs, and metaphorically, so that way you can
Yep.
take over.
Now the question is,
Oh, jeez, that's like the Sith Wolf too, right there.
but the interesting thing though, in order to get Biden impeached and removed from office, we can probably impeach him in the House.
Is
But
it
about-
possible to impeach both at the same time?
I don't know. Well, you mean Kamala too? Get
Yeah,
her removed?
yeah.
I don't know. That would put Kevin McCarthy as president, which would be
Ooh,
good
Yeah.
for the time being.
I mean, I'm not against that.
It's better than, you know,
Huh.
because it's always the third in line. So
Yeah.
the Speaker of the House would be the president if the
Yeah.
vice
Oh.
president doesn't make it. Yeah, which was scary
just
before
saying.
when we had Nancy Pelosi as the Speaker. It's like, oh
Not
God.
anymore, though.
But yeah, please no.
This might, maybe we need to do both at the same time.
If that's a possibility, I don't think that's never been done in American history.
No.
Um,
But never has Trump being threatened to be put in prison as he's running, though. So, like Jared said before, these are unprecedented times we're living in.
Yep. And like we were saying in a previous podcast, I mean, we you know, with the Trump indictments and stuff,
Yeah,
we could literally be voting for a president that is in prison.
Think
And
about that, guys.
And he
for a
could
second. Like,
and he could theoretically get elected and then pardon himself, and then he's out of prison.
like
What?
what?
And I believe Shapiro said something about, wow, season 6 of Trump is getting really good.
Right, like, what?
The
Like-
writing's really good on season
Yes.
6.
Yes. Oh.
Uh,
But, like, seriously, what is this? Like, what kind of time are we living in?
It's, dude, this is crazy times we're living in. Historic crazy
Yes,
times
yes.
we're living through. But now the question is, can we get the votes in the Senate to get rid of Biden?
I hope so.
Now the question is, will
Like,
some
please get him out,
Democrats
out.
agree with the charges brought against Biden?
Oh, I sure hope so.
Now the question is, though, they don't look at it from a purely from a factual based perspective. They look at it like just like
from a construed.
yeah, and just like the Republicans do. I mean, the Republicans do the same thing. So to be fair, we don't want our president, like, as we didn't want Trump getting out, even if he was guilty of, you know, the crimes they accused him of.
Because from a policy perspective, he's the best.
And we don't want to see, you know, like someone like Pence, who maybe is kind of, I mean, I don't have a huge problem with Pence, but the thing is, you
Trump
know,
is
he's
proving himself from a policy perspective.
yeah, and Pence kind of, you know, I don't know, kind of him-haws around a little bit, doesn't really have the same fire that, you know, Trump does.
Right.
You know, so we wouldn't want to see our own sitting president impeached. However, you know, I hope they look at it like, okay, well, you know,
This guy's a criminal.
a criminal, and maybe they'll look at it from a political perspective and be like, well, we already know he's basically a dead horse that we're trying to run for, like a carcass we're
He's a
running for
puppet.
president.
Yeah.
I mean, he's basically, might as well strap the dead body to a gurney and run him for president, because that's what it is, you know? I mean, he's not physically and mentally there.
Yeah. It's quite sad, actually. Like,
It is sad
think about
because,
it.
you know, I think
from a
that,
health perspective, too.
yeah, I mean, he should be retired at home watching, you know, like Matlock or something. You know, or whatever, you know, whatever old men do, watch golf.
He's in his 80s. It's, like, sad. Like,
Yeah, he
I
should.
mean, not that that matters, because Trump's in his 70s, and he's still sharp as a sword, but
Yeah. But the thing is, though, that Biden just
is
doesn't
not,
have his
yeah.
wits with him.
Right.
And now the question is, will the Dems say, well, we got to try to do everything we can to get to the finish line? If that means that we got to push a dead body across the finish line, we'll do it. Or will they go the route and be like, well, we can't see Biden making it through a second term.
I think they will do that.
I
really
think
do.
we should try, you know, getting behind Kamala.
Dude, from a realistic perspective, I think they were gonna.
Yeah.
No, they pull a nostalgia thing. They call up Obama's like, phone rings, ring, dude, we need you back.
Well,
I'll be there soon. And he just signs up the phone and just like.
now, I'll tell you something that scares me. Thank you for bringing that up, because if his wife,
yeah.
quote unquote wife, tries to run for president, she's gonna win it hands down.
Michelle, they're saying?
Michelle
Yeah.
Obama. Oh
yeah,
my
for
God,
sure,
dude.
yeah.
If she runs for president, people are gonna be, I love Michelle Obama. She's
What?
awesome. She's an awesome
I mean, she's
woman.
not nuts, but she is still a Democrat too. She's not Biden or Kamala, but still, like, yeah, I don't. I wouldn't vote for her.
She's well spoken though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
and
scary.
and also
that is a threat.
people have a weird obsession with Michelle Obama, and I feel like if she was going to run for president, which she said she's not interested in running for president,
Bullcrap.
but if she was interested, she would win it by a landslide.
She gained the votes.
Oh, she would get enough votes easily, and then you would have Barack Obama as the first man, I guess.
Think about that for a second. What?
Yeah, that would be the first time in history that
Dude, there would be multiple historical events in that. First,
you have a black woman.
First woman.
Yep.
First black woman.
Yep.
First vice president that's a man.
Yep. Or
That
you
would be
mean
historical,
first
though.
man,
Yeah.
not vice president.
That would be historical.
Yep.
Like, I mean, I won't lie. I mean,
Now, the reason why I have a couple reasons why Michelle Obama won't.
why? But why is that scary to you, though, Jared?
Well, it's
'Cause you
just
didn't really explain why.
because it's like walking away with the victory. It's like, the Browns facing off against Kansas City.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like the Kansas City so good.
Yeah.
Or remember back in the day when Tom Brady was on the
Yeah.
Patriots.
I mean,
it was like
this is gonna sound very weird, and I might step on some toes here. His policies are absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. I hated every single one of them. Obamacare was one of the worst financial plans in absolute history, but I could tell that he genuinely cared, though. At least from my perspective, he wanted to do better. Now, did he? Absolutely not. But it's the thought that counts, and I can tell that, like, Biden's not even trying. Like, he's not even... I think that's a difference. Even Obama knew that Biden would...
the ability to F things up.
What?
Yep.
Do you get what I'm saying, Judd?
I get what you're
But,
saying.
like, at least he tried. Like...
Now, I will preface this. I am 25 years old.
Yeah.
And Obama was president when I wasn't really into politics.
Me neither, yeah.
So both Aiden and I are...
We got on board when Trump was in office, yes.
Yeah, both of us are kind of... Like, we knew, about Obama being president, but we didn't know the ins and outs of,
care.
like... Yeah, we didn't care about the policies and stuff. We just like, okay, yeah, he's the president. But it wasn't like we were like, oh, man, his policies suck, and this and that. Oh, I'm sure there was a lot, there that I'm not aware of.
Like I said, yeah.
There's, if you talk to people that were into politics for, decades, they'll say that Obama was horrible.
Dad said it was hell.
Yeah.
When
And then, of course, Obama oversaw the recession there.
Oh, yeah.
In 08, 09.
That would be a big thing to deal with, though. I mean, I will say. I mean,
he kind of went with that, and then of course, then you get Biden presidency here, and you got
even worse somehow.
You got Biden, with inflation rates through the roof, and
yeah.
The cost of living is, gas prices.
I mean, at least Obama killed Bin Laden. I mean, come on, Biden hasn't even done anything like that.
He's actually end up killing our own service members.
Right.
So, slap to the frickin' face.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the difference with them, dude. Is like, at least he...
Dude, I think the biggest wake-up call with how bad Biden has been as president, that whole honeymoon phase...
Oh, my God.
Listen, dude, that whole honeymoon phase ended as soon as that Afghanistan pullout happened.
Oh, yeah.
People were like, this guy is a effing loser.
Speaking of honeymoon, yeah, the pullout happened earlier than expected. If you get my drift.
Yep. I didn't mean it like that, but...
yeah,
no.
No. No, but seriously, that's when you should have been like, okay.
You killed, 4 service members? How many members were killed? 13, yeah. Well, I don't know where I got 4. 13 service members.
13!
Yeah. And
and then you blow up a family with a drone, too, mind you.
Yeah, they're like, oh, yeah, we killed a terrorist. And it's like, actually, no. That's
just killed a family.
Harmless family that are just trying to live their lives. I believe they're allies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We killed our own people.
Yeah.
More of them. So tack it up, however, 13 plus the family.
Backing up the motorway.
Yeah, and not to mention, we never got any more information on the people that were left in Afghanistan.
Nope, they're still there, probably.
Yeah. Never got any more updates on that. They
freaking bullcrap. That still makes me mad, by the way. Freaking bullcrap.
That should have been the nail in the coffin there. for Biden, but
Nope.
no. And it's going to take all of these, bribery schemes with these foreign leaders to finally maybe get him out of office. We already knew he was
We're playing
horrible
with
at his job.
China.
Yep. Dude, I don't know.
Oh my god.
I don't know
I'm
how
just thinking
this
about
is
how
gonna
this is.
end.
I'm just thinking about how this is gonna give Putin stuff too, because they're working together. You
Mhm.
know that for sure.
Well, the interesting thing, though,
All that Ukraine money, Biden's gonna go down the shitter, because
think about this. Well, I'm kind of wondering how this is connected.
yeah,
And maybe there's more information on it on the internet, but I had a thought. So
shoot.
Hunter was involved with Ukraine with some businessmen in Ukraine, right?
Yep.
So the Bidens have benefited from Ukraine.
Yeah.
So what are they benefiting from this war? Are they benefiting anything? Like, are they getting money? They're like, okay,
yeah.
if you protect us, we're gonna we'll
Yeah.
send you money.
Oh yeah. And that's not even a secret. I mean, at least it shouldn't be.
They're protecting their buddies over there in Ukraine.
Yep.
I'm
Makes you
wondering.
wonder if he's allied with Putin too.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Well, it wonders like why are we sending billions and billions of dollars over to Ukraine when that isn't even our territory? It's not NATO land.
Nope.
It's we shouldn't be defending it with every inch of our power.
Nope.
Listen, if they were a NATO ally,
I
would have said,
yeah.
let's blow the
F out of Russia.
yeah, like let's blow them off the face of the earth. They're weak.
But
Why
they're not though.
they're weak? But
Ukraine should go through the process of becoming a NATO ally if they really want us to protect them.
yeah, but
But
it's
they
like,
haven't done that, and yet we are still sending money to them.
and I'm still
Billions.
I'm still wondering how this is all. There's got to be a huge connection here with the business dealings with Ukraine and the war.
Oh yeah.
Because if, as a president, like Biden should be trying to find a way to end it.
But he's not.
There should be like, okay, well, since let's do some peace talks here. Russia, you get a part of Ukraine because
All we did was sanctions, and you saw how well that worked out.
to try to prevent the war from even happening. That never worked. And then, of course, Russia lying straight to our face saying, oh, we're not going to attack.
Bullshit.
Yeah, we're not going to attack. We're just doing a military drill. This is normal. It's like,
We
we're not
put it out
stupid.
and we know what's happening, and then look what happened.
I mean,
we were right, like we said.
Yep.
And we keep being proven right. Biden is the worst foreign policy president we've ever had.
Worst
And I
president,
don't even regret
period.
saying that. Yeah.
It
There you
doesn't.
go. There you go. Let's take a step further. Yeah.
You don't even have to go any farther in explaining, foreign policy, or you don't have to differentiate. He's just a horrible president, straight down the middle.
Yeah.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it. If there was a way that
He's caused an American apocalypse, basically.
really he has shot himself in the leg 50 million times. He's like, oh, here's America, pow, 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 and just like keeps. It's
Yeah.
like, I don't know. He just hates America. I mean, there's no
Other way to put it.
other way to put it. I mean, you can't tell me that this man
The whole
loves
family.
America.
The whole family does.
Yeah.
Maybe except Jill. I don't know, because she's not in the spotlight as much, so I don't know much. But I would assume so too.
And Biden is also, got some mental. He's in mental decline. He's probably has dementia. For all we know.
I thought we were gonna say retardation, but
Maybe that too. But you look at. I just saw a video the other day. Video of 2018 Biden versus today Biden. Completely different people.
Yeah.
He has.
Oh, you should see him when he was in the Senate, dude.
Yeah.
He was sharp as a knife.
Well,
Still crooked as hell, but sharp.
sharper than what he is now. I don't know if
Yeah.
he was never the smartest politician,
No.
but it doesn't help that he's getting, 80 years old and he probably has dementia.
I think he's just trying to walk off stage.
Dude, it's so sad. And then you saw the video like a week or two ago with,
I mean, we laugh at the videos of him falling off the bike, but it's actually sad.
and then you saw him falling asleep and like foreign, leaders will come to the White House. You'll be talking to him. You'll be like,
You know how much of an honor?
it's like falling asleep in
You know how much
the
of an
chair.
honor it should be to have foreign leaders come visit you and just without sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they need to make Biden stand up for these meetings.
Yeah, until he falls flat on his face.
Right.
And Anyways, so all that being said, we're we got a couple more things on the Biden front.
Speaking of his son, though,
so there's some interesting things coming out. This is from the Daily Wire.
update on Hunter, guys.
So this is a little bit more on. I think this is coming out this week. I could be wrong, but here, let me turn that over. So this is Hunter's former best friend will testify that Hunter had dad on phone multiple times with foreign business partners.
This is kind of what we were talking about, weren't we?
Yep. So in a direct challenge to the stupid ads, let me log in here real quick.
We don't like ads.
No, it's
we
like
don't like ads on this, guys.
if I'm paying for Daily Wire, oh shoot.
Oh,
hold on.
There we go. Haha.
There we go. See if that allows me to. There we go.
Hey.
Hunter's former best friend will testify. It says in a direct challenge to the Biden family narrative, Hunter Biden's former best friend, who served as the director of the Ukrainian energy company Burisma, along with him, will reportedly say that Hunter Biden put his father on the phone roughly 24 times as Hunter spoke to his foreign business partners or business investors. Joe Biden has reportedly claimed he did not speak with his son about Hunter's foreign business dealings. Of course, that's a bunch of bullshit.
Right. Nice way to put it, Joe.
Devin Archer, 48. I'm just tired of this crap, man. I really am. Will testify before the House Oversight Committee and is expected to say the calls happened in his presence. The New York Post reported, adding that a close associate of Archer's said he is testifying out of his obligation to a civic duty. The associate stated Archer has, quote, nothing to hide, no revenge to enact, nor anyone to protect other than his family, and he feels he has been handcuffed by the absurdly bogus fraud case into remaining silent. In a forum where he has immunity, he can at least start to speak truth. Archer's family has allegedly been targeted with death threats and warnings to, quote, keep your mouth shut since it was revealed he would testify. And they've been trying to censor him. I believe he's been trying to go in front of Congress for a while.
Oh yeah.
Quote, we are looking forward very much to hearing from Devin Archer about all the times he has witnessed Joe Biden meeting with Hunter Biden's overseas business partners when he was vice president, including on speakerphone. House Oversight Committee Chairman Representative James Comer.
Oh my.
One of the meetings Archer will discuss occurred on December 4th, 2015, when Archer and Hunter Biden reportedly had dinner with the Burisma board in Dubai before they were contacted later at another hotel by senior Burisma executive Vadim Pozharsky, who told them
Patoni! Vadim Patoni!
who told them Burisma's owner Mykola Zikolsky needed. I'm probably messing up that. I'm butchering that name, but needed to contact Hunter Biden. Biden reportedly called his father and put him on speaker, then introduced Pozharsky
and Zikolsky
to him, adding that they, quote, need our support. Prior to the phone call in September 2015, U.S. Ambassador Jeffrey Pyatt had singled out Zikolsky in a speech about corruption in Odessa. Ukrainian Prosecutor General Viktor Shokin was investigating Burisma, prompting Pozharsky to pressure Hunter, as emails on Hunter's laptop revealed. One November 2015 email showed emailing Hunter Biden and Archer demanding they use their influence to, quote, close down the investigation targeting Burisma. It says by February 2016, Shokin would seize property belonging to Zikolsky.
Can I read this next paragraph? Because I have something planned.
Oh, no.
Living in Dubai.
Go ahead.
In March 2016, Joe Biden was threatening to withhold $1 billion in U.S. aid to Ukraine, claiming Shokin wasn't investigating corruption. In March 2016, Shokin was fired. Biden then bragged to the Council on Foreign Relations. I looked at them and said, I believe it in 6 hours. If the prosecutor was not fired, you're not getting the money. Well, son of a bitch, he got fired.
That's a true quote right there.
I wanted to do that accent.
That son of a bitch.
Okay, Grinch.
Son of a bitch.
He got fired.
That bitch got fired. Son of a bitch. He's fired.
Max!
Max!
Bring me my paperwork!
Son of a bitch.
That's it, I'm not going. That's it, I'm not going.
Yeah. Archer will reportedly testify about 2 dinners in Washington, D.C. that Hunter organized for Joe Biden, in which he would meet Hunter's business partners from Ukraine, Russia, and Kazakhstan. Hunter Biden's former... Kazakhstan? Is that how you say it?
Kyrgyzstan, I was just thinking about the meme.
Oh.
Kyrgyzstan.
Hunter Biden's former business partner, Tony Bobolinsky, has stated...
Bob!
Not Bubalinsky. Has stated that Hunter Biden would routinely get his father on the phone during business calls with associates, saying, I am also aware of other Biden family business associates confirming that Joe would take phone calls from Hunter in the middle of business meetings and would weigh in via speakerphone. Sitting with Hunter at Chateau Marmont before I first met Joe Biden on May 2nd, 2017, Hunter was adamant that his father takes his calls at any time, no matter what his lawyers say, or with gatekeepers like Kate Bedingfield playing interference. The American people don't fully appreciate yet the key role Joe Biden played in the Biden family global influence peddling. I would equate it to chairman's role in a traditional business structure.
Oh my gosh.
So guys, we had to read all of that, first of all.
That's important as heck.
So that kind of brought some insight into what we're looking at here.
What's going on? Yeah.
So
that's actually scary.
So what do you think on that whole?
I just want to hear what. I just want to be at the table.
Like, just be a fly on the wall.
Yeah.
In these meetings, like, dude, this is
how much money
crazy.
has been trading between,
and yeah,
all these. Oh my gosh!
And the
not just between members of the family, but like between members of the family in these nations too.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, there's evidence in text messages that Hunter, said, I this is paraphrasing here, but Hunter said something along the lines of that he's got to pay his father's bills, and he was talking to his daughter, and he said, just be glad that I'm doing this and not you, because, like, I would be, he's asking for half my pay.
Right.
So that just shows you right there. That's evidence. That's proof that Joe Biden was getting at least half of what Hunter was going around grabbing.
Yep.
Which just shows you that, like, okay, well, that explains how he was able to afford the expensive car, the expensive house. All these politicians that are millionaires are involved in all this dark money that is being thrown. Blood money, yeah.
Dirty money, sorry.
Dirty money. That they're involved in stuff just like this.
Yeah.
Because how else do they become millionaires on a politician's, paycheck? Because politicians, while they make more than you and I do, Aiden,
more, yeah.
it's still not enough to. It's nowhere near enough to pay for the expensive, beachfront properties, Lamborghinis, flying on private jets all the time.
Women.
Yeah.
In Hunter's case.
And probably, in the child sex trafficking scheme, I mean, you can ask Tim Ballard about that. He probably knows a lot more about it than any of us. But, don't think for a minute that, that Joe Biden and, his family are not involved in some of this sex trafficking as well. I'll go even as far as to say that. I mean, there's evidence.
Maybe not doing the act, but the trading part, probably definitely.
But dude, what about like Biden and some of these, like, where he's like sniffing little girls' hair? Like, how is that ever okay? Or like,
pedophile.
Or like nibbling, by the little kid. Like, that's disgusting. I mean, you don't do that to any kid that is like not your own. You know what I mean? Like, I don't go
even then it's weird.
I mean, yeah, even then that's kind of weird. But you know what I mean? Like, you play with your kid, go, stuff like that. But he's doing that to like some random stranger's kid. Like, no, you don't go up in a restaurant and go, oh, that's a cute kid.
Right.
And it's like, ugh, get away from me. You just want to punch him right in the jaw.
Gonads.
In the gonads.
When to perform a circumcision.
Yeah. Yeah. Yow. Yeah.
Every pedophile deserves that, guys, just so you know.
Yep. So the next thing is, it's another Daily Wire article. This has some stats here on what voters think about Joe Biden remaining in office.
Oh my gosh.
So here we go.
What does this say?
We got says 2 out of 3 U.S. voters have declared that President Joe Biden, who's 80 years old, might be just a tad too mature to run in 2024. Americans think it's high time to step aside and let younger Dems fight it out on the nomination, according to a new poll. The dailymail.com/tip poll shockingly discovered that a whopping 67% of registered voters believe Biden, who's become quite the maestro of gaffes and falls, isn't up to the task mentally or physically to serve a second term. It seems Republicans aren't the only ones shaking their heads. Surprisingly, just a third, 33% of Dems, think Biden should gear up for the 2024 race.
Wow, that's a low number.
A staggering 56% believe he should pack his bags and take a break, while another 10% just aren't sure about his prospects.
Oh my God.
Biden might already have 2 Dem rivals jousting for his party's nomination. Yes, you heard that right. We're talking about the lifestyle guru Marianne Williamson, I don't know who that is, and the notorious anti-vaxxer Robert F. Kennedy. Though, let's be honest, they might be a miracle to surpass Biden.
He would.
They might need a miracle.
He would be the only Democrat I would vote for, right now.
Well, I don't care if he's a Democrat or not. I'm not voting for him. I don't care. I'm not voting for a Dem. I don't care. All right. Kennedy, it's a big name. All right. But that doesn't mean you should vote for him just because he's a Kennedy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, you know, I would never, when you vote for the Democrats, you support all their other stuff too. You're supporting all of their horrible policies with abortion.
Now, would you vote for an independent?
No.
Okay.
Most of I want to vote Republican.
Okay.
I don't even know who the independent is that's running for president. So that just shows you that they have zero chance at ever becoming president. I would not even put your eggs in that basket. I think that's a waste of time.
Right.
Now, you know, it's really a two-party system. You know, we know that as like a three-party system rarely ever works in any country in the world.
Right.
I don't think there's many countries that are like that, if any. But that's pretty much all about that article.
Yeah.
But that shows you that people really don't like Biden. And they really don't think he's fit as a fiddle.
He's just an idiot.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see him, you know, Aiden and I have said this from the very beginning. And I don't know how you feel on it. And we're getting to the end of his term.
Yeah.
But we were both placing money on the fact that we don't think Biden's going to make it through, well, not a year, but not through his first term.
And look what.
And we might actually be right on that. Not for the reasons that we thought.
Nope.
You know, I thought maybe he was like, oh, he's going to, you know,
get old and
croak in office, or, you know, he was just going to step down.
Just slump over in the Oval Office chair.
But I actually think now we have a pretty good shot at, you know, impeaching him.
I did not expect it to take this turn, though. Let me be honest.
It escalated quickly.
This is darker beyond my worst nightmares. Like, I did not expect all this family crime syndicate shit. Like,
yep.
Like, what?
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of things that, you know, we could have found out about this, or we knew about this. A lot of us did before the election of 2020. Yeah. However, due to the media and their censorship,
he's a nice old grandpa, apparently.
That nice old grandpa routine ended very quickly in 2021 with the Afghan pullout.
Yeah,
that really rubbed people the wrong way, and they're like, "Man, you killed 13 of our people of American citizens. You showed zero remorse. He was over what the bodies
Looking
are
at
being.
his watch.
Yeah, he's like looking at his watch. Oh, what time is Matlock on? You know, it's like, dude, show some damn respect.
Yeah.
Show it. Why? I don't understand. I understand you hate our country's guts, but at least pretend
To care.
to care. Because
Meanwhile, Trump picked up a Marine's hat that actually fell on the ground and actually had the audacity to, even though he's probably the most powerful man in the world,
yep,
had the audacity to pick up that hat and give it back to him.
yep.
I don't know if you've seen that video, but
I've seen that, yeah. And that's a whole side of Trump that people don't see
or care to.
or care to. Because all they hear is orange man bad.
Yeah.
You know, we need to keep him out of office at all costs. Dude, I'm ready for this Biden presidency to be done.
It's such a headache.
At first I was like, okay, well, I don't really know about this impeachment thing because then look who's waiting in the wings, Kamala Harris. You know, but
It's a lose-lose for us, dude. I mean, you just gotta realize that.
right. But then
Unless they do what I said
Mm.
and try to do both at the same time.
do a double whammy.
Yeah.
I say let's not get greedy here.
Right.
Because Kamala Harris, while she's a horrible vice president, probably the worst in American history, she also hasn't done the things that Biden's family has.
At least that we know of.
At least that we know of.
That's the only reason that we're doing this to Biden is because he is president, though. So naturally, when you're president, people want to dig stuff up on you. And I'm
Yep.
sure Kamala has stuff that maybe was.
She probably has skeletons in her closet too.
Right.
She probably slept her way to the top.
Right.
Because you know she's not talented, in any way, shape, or form. I think, honestly, even if Biden does get impeached, I think that would be Kamala's only way to be the president of the United States. She would never be electable.
Oh no. Nope.
She's
nope.
She's not. That vice president is as far as she's gonna get, and you know she was never voted in that position. That
in the
was
first place, yeah.
that was Biden handpicked her because he wanted a black woman to be vice president. She was a diversity hire.
Right. Look how well that went.
Sorry, but she wasn't picked for any talent purpose.
Go woke, go broke.
Maybe for a GG 3000.
Right.
We don't know what's going on in that White House.
Never mind. Never mind. Never mind.
Did you pick up on it now?
You knew what I was gonna say.
Oh no! Oh no!
What that Netflix show is called
Uh
about
huh.
the prison.
Uh huh.
Instead of that, it's white.
Oh, sorry. Here's a little louder.
You never go back, man. That's
Mm.
what I'm saying. Good lord.
Oh God, Aiden.
Thank God this on Rumble.
Oh, great heavens!
Anyway, though, dude, I don't know. It's just scary though, because it's like there's no win-win here.
I mean, I think there is still a win if we get Biden out because, say, we get him out of office before the 2024 election.
Right.
That would presumably mean that Kamala Harris is on the ticket. That would mean that we would have presumably Trump versus Kamala Harris.
And it's gonna be a landslide.
We know almost for a fact that Trump is going to get into office just because I know Trump is like, there's a lot of people that'll vote for him, but also it's because Kamala Harris is so bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not.
I'm sorry. I did think DeSantis had a chance at the beginning, but it's like Trump is pulling away fast.
Yeah.
I could just tell.
And also DeSantis, while I like him as a governor, and I think he would be an amazing president, by the way, but I think that he just does not have, it's not his time yet.
It's not experience yet.
And
Once Trump, I am still loving the fact that we could potentially have 10 years of
good Republican leadership.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have Trump served out his terms, and then have DeSantis roll right in.
Yep. Yeah, because he
Just
would
be patient, DeSantis. You have your time.
he's so young.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's had so much time.
he has the road he has plenty of time, his whole life ahead of him. He has a lot of promise as a politician. I think he's got a lot of learning to do in terms of like how to
In terms of
run
leading a country.
nationally.
Yeah. Yep.
He needs to figure out what his
National goals
niche
are.
is.
Yeah.
You know, how can he attract the audience on a national level? People in Florida love him as a governor. They love what he does, but it's hard to get the name recognition on a national level.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was the same thing with John Kasich, with our former governor. When he ran for president in 2016, he didn't have a chance. No one knew him on the national level.
Right.
We may have known him pretty well as governor because he was our governor. But on the national level, people out in California aren't going to know who John
That's
Kasich
making me
is.
imagine DeWine trying to run for president.
Like, that's the same exact situation. If Mike DeWine ran for president, no one would vote for him.
At all.
Jinx. Give me a soda.
Because no one cares. No one outside of Ohio cares.
Yeah, I mean, and a lot of people in Ohio wouldn't care for him to begin with because of his COVID policy.
Yep.
You know, and that would probably be myself included.
Oh, yeah, same. Anyway.
But anyways, I digress.
DeSantis has some learning to do, but...
Yeah. He has a future, I think, with...
Potential's the word. There we go.
Potential future in as a future president of the United States. I still think that Trump is still going to get the nomination.
Oh, yeah,
hands
for
down.
sure. For sure. Not even a question about it.
Now, I will even say a dark horse candidate to beating DeSantis next time around would be Vivek Ramaswamy.
Really? Okay.
If you listen to some of the things he said, he's smart, dude.
Mm-hmm.
He's a businessman. I don't know
Like
about
Trump.
former, but yeah, he literally is on the same wavelength as Trump, and
But
he's just younger.
Whoa.
And he's younger than DeSantis. So I'm just saying, we got some good we got a good lineup here. You know, the Dems bench is kind of thin. You know, they got their starter for several seasons is aging quite a bit. You know, we're about to run away with some World Series titles here, maybe.
Yes.
You know, I'm sorry, but their pinch hitter Kamala Harris is not exactly.
She's not even facing the plate. She's
she's facing the other way, and like the pitcher's throwing the ball and she swings. It's like she misses every time.
Yeah.
It's like
she gets beaned.
Yeah, bean. You know, like Mario baseball. But you're out.
Oh wait, I was supposed to swing. Oh
yeah. She's like looking at the audience, and the audience is like, turn around.
She's just waving, just like doing a little wave and laugh thing, just like us, and the ball.
And she starts clapping and laughing. It's like, dude, get off the field, man. All right, let's move on.
Baseball analogies. Oh my god.
We have too much fun with that. Oh boy. So this is what Aiden and I have been wanting to talk about for quite some time. Ever since we found out, right?
Oh my. Sorry guys that love Twitter, but it's getting rebranded.
Yeah, so this is kind of exciting, I think.
Yes. Twitter is now X.
Let me adjust some stuff here. What
that means.
All right, there we go. So Twitter, yeah, you want to read it, Aiden?
Since it's a tech thing, sure.
Aiden with the tech headlines.
So Twitter is now X. Here's what that means. I know, guys, it's not a porn site. So
not XXX.
The internet is a buzz, as the app formerly known as Twitter, and announced their name change over the weekend. X.com. That sounds so bad to say. Oh my gosh, that sounds so bad. Musk, you should have really just
thought this through a little more.
X.com. Now we do it to Twitter.com.
Let's hope it redirects to Twitter.
Although the social media platform still invites users to tweet. The rebrand is another step in the ongoing transformation of Twitter, an online watering hole for hyper-connected people that aspire to become an app that can do everything. Blah, blah, blah.
Shut up, Siri.
Twitter was acquired by X-Corp. Oh, both to ensure freedom of speech and as an accelerant for X, the everything app. The company's owner, billionaire Elon Musk, posted on Monday. The Twitter name made sense when it was just 140 character messages going back and forth like birds tweeting. But now you can post almost anything, including several hours of video.
Mhm.
And it must come with comprehensive communications and the ability to conduct your entire financial world. What the fudge?
Yeah, so this
This is huge.
this is interesting because so quickly before we continue on with this article, but I'm sure it says in the article too, but Elon Musk has an obsession with the letter X.
Oh yeah.
And it
The
matches
son's
up
name and
it matches up really well with Tesla. And so he's trying to, connect.
yeah.
He's trying
Dude,
to
have you seen his video? Pull it up on Twitter.
What is it?
His like X ad video. Like how badass.
Oh,
this
that
is.
like the glitchy look.
Yeah, it's so badass.
Let me
Like
pull it up. Why didn't it pull up
Twitter
Twitter?
video download.
There we go. Just gotta click actual Twitter.
And then go to Elon Musk's thing and then his account. Just
Let me type in Elon.
and then just
Should come up here. Hold on. There we go. See, it should be.
yeah, this
There
is
we
it.
go.
Look at this, guys. I mean, I don't know if the sound to it, but
There, I don't think so.
look at this, guys. You can't tell me that's not cool.
That is cool.
Like, oh my gosh, like that's awesome.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Only Musk or Nerd would do that. Oh man, that's awesome. Sorry, I just want to show you that. That's really
Yeah,
cool.
no, you're good, dude. Let's see.
So Twitter was acquired by X Corp both to ensure
We
freedom
read
of
that.
speech and as an accelerant for X, the Everything app. This is not simply a company renaming itself but doing the same thing. Okay, cool. What will the app do now? Musk has been vocal about his goal of turning Twitter into a so-called super app, something akin to China's WeChat.
Mm.
For now, there's no American equivalent to such an app, but industry experts imagine an app that encompasses basically anything a person wants to do online. Whoa.
Okay.
Consumers of the app could do a lot of different things on the platform. Whether it's listen to a podcast, we gotta go live on X. Shop, watch videos. It said this person, Ni Adheen.
Something.
Currently, let's use this. Okay. In theory, this can become a more mainstream version of Patreon
Mm.
or other similar platforms. Whether they succeed remains to be seen. It's not the reason people go to Twitter today. So to be positioned in the company would take significant investment and time. What's with the letter X?
We already kind of know that
Yeah.
I'm
I'm just obsessed with it,
yeah.
basically. I think that's it. What does it mean for Twitter? For now, it just had a name change. So, and the roadblocks is just gonna obviously just be like financial stuff. Obviously.
Yeah.
Rebranding.
And also, you're running into that problem with, letting people know what it's about.
Yeah.
Because people are going to look at, X and be like,
What the hell?
What on God's green earth is that?
Yeah.
But to us, to people
Wait, what's it
who,
gonna look like when the Twitter app is updated? Is it just gonna be
well, they already,
X?
on the desktop version of Twitter, they already have the X as the logo. On the mobile version,
still
though,
Twitter
it's
so
still
far.
the Twitter.
As of this moment,
Or-
yes.
Yeah. Now, I think that this is going to be cool because basically what they were saying in that
All the
article,
libtards are crying though,
Yeah.
unsurprisingly.
and
But
the thing is that this is gonna get. Someone made this point too, and I thought it was a pretty good point. They said that this is gonna give, this is gonna give a run for our money for Facebook.
oh yeah,
Because
for sure.
Facebook, well, Twitter's been trying to get into the video realm here ever since Elon Musk
Bought it,
purchased
yeah.
Twitter. All these podcasts started to show up. All the Daily Wire has
What is
all
a
their
Woman?
podcasts on there. Yeah,
What is
the
a Woman
What is the
Happen?
Woman movie. A bunch of video content is now on there. Eventually, I believe they said in the article, but there's going to be unlimited length of videos that you can post on Twitter. So you can have
Or
like
X.
or X. I mean,
Yeah.
I keep wanting to call it Twitter, but you're going to be able to, have full on episodes of your podcast on there. It's going to be, maybe that's something Aiden and I can look into,
Yes,
but
yes. I was gonna ask.
it
yes.
just depends if there's like a pay to upload kind of thing.
Right.
That might be a problem because, you know, I mean,
We can post clips for sure.
we can post clips of our program, you know, and maybe in the future we'll, you know, transition over to X, but, you know, but anyways, I'm interested to see where this goes.
Oh, yeah. Super app. That just sounds cool.
Yeah. I mean, it might be a rival to even Amazon.
Everything.
Might give Amazon a run for their money.
Dude,
I mean,
what if it
Elon
becomes the
Musk.
#1 app in the world? Like,
Yeah. We're looking at endless possibilities, and not to mention,
and the metaverse too.
and we're looking at it
apps,
growing
too.
even before the 2024 election. So helping with information get
man.
out there to people that
Yes.
need to know, you know, who they're voting for.
Do you think it's gonna explode? X?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I see. When they're saying about all these roadblocks and they're doubting him, I don't doubt Elon Musk.
No,
I think he can get the job done. You know, he has the money.
Certainly the
to do it.
intelligence. Certainly.
The intelligence. He's made little changes here and there to Twitter that have really helped the platform become more of a
Top dog.
top dog, more of a player in the media realm now, which I think is so great because, you know, you see
Twitter was on its last legs before Elon bought it.
yeah, and they were losing money. It's gonna hopefully they'll start, you know, gaining that money back here soon because, you know, if they're adding more abilities to their app, I'm sure like investors will
Oh yeah.
jump on
I
to
think
it.
about what that's gonna do to the metaverse too, dude.
Yep.
If it really is an everything app, how it's gonna like connect with the metaverse and like interchange things with it, and
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be crazy.
For sure. Let's see. Oh shoot.
Oh no.
I didn't mean to do that.
What else?
All right, so the Threads app too, speaking of social media apps and giving Facebook a run for its money.
This app is not doing that.
No, this app, well, it was in the news there for a little bit because people are like, "Oh, it's doing so good. It's so popular." And it turns out it's not that popular.
It's Threads, guys. It's Threads. Meta.
And we'll give you more of an insight of exactly why it's not popular. But let's see.
Twitter is dead. Huh.
This is from pjmedia.com. So you kind of read it in your pajamas, if you will. Meta's Threads is already fraying. This is as of the 18th of July.
Does Lizard Man?
There's the Lizard Man himself. That mother is not real. As that lady on the airplane was saying. Threads is going to curb stomp Twitter. The Spectator's Ross Anderson confidently predicted just one day after Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg launched his new social media platform on July 5th.
Yeah, I was let you finish this article and then I'll say something.
Anderson noted that Threads had, quote, 2 million users within 2 hours, 10 million within 7, and its blob-like growth didn't stop there.
If I haven't seen a sci-fi movie, good.
Threads reached the milestone of 100 million signups in a record-setting 5 days.
That is impressive.
Twitter is dead, Anderson concluded. Welcome to Threads. Well, here's
and then Elon Musk has watched this X.
Mhm.
Like,
and the other thing
and that's
too,
gonna blow records.
and also you got to think too. From what I understand, the people that were joining Threads
Had
were
issues too.
well, they had issues, but they were also previous Facebook, you know, users.
Yeah.
And Instagram users. So they basically ported automatically
Wait.
all those users from Instagram.
Not really a change.
Then it's like, wow, look at all the viewers we got, or all the users we
Previous
got.
views, man.
It's like, no, dude, this is
Nothing new.
they're literally the same people that were on Instagram. You just ported them over without their consent, and they're like, oh, here you go. Here's a Threads account. You know, you didn't sign up for it, but here you go.
Meanwhile, X is doing some cool shit. Like, I wonder if the app itself is gonna change, like the way it looks.
I don't. Well, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of change to come.
Like when
We'll
you
have to-
log in,
we'll
it
have to
like
wait.
glitches before it
Yeah, well,
puts you. That'd be cool. Like,
we'll have to see. So there's just one problem. The daily active user base is rapidly shrinking, as expected.
I'll be going to X.
And engagement, that's the amount of time people spend on the Threads app, has dropped by more than 2/3. According to a report on Monday from SimilarWeb, Meta's Twitter killer platform has seen its daily active users on Android drop from 49 million to 23.6 million. User engagement peaked on July 7th, just 2 days after Threads launch, at 21 minutes. By July 14th, SimilarWeb reported that quote, that was down to little over 6 minutes. So people are only on Threads for maximum of 6 minutes, which is pathetic. Twitter has more than 109 million daily active users just on Android alone. Signups have stalled too after hitting 100 million in 5 days. Threads has added only 12 million more in the following week. Plus, the initial surge has dwindled to a trickle.
Not impressive, guys.
So I will tell you right now exactly. I don't even have to read the rest of this article.
This isn't going to beat X, first of all.
Yeah. Well, and I can tell you right now, right off the bat, that the reason why Threads is such a failure is because it's not truly free speech.
Right.
Because people can see past Facebook and Meta or whatever, and they're like,
the
well,
overlords.
And they know that if they create another app like Threads, it's like if you go on there and say the 2020 election was stolen or something along those lines, you're going to be shadow banned or completely kicked off the platform. Now, so it's not really, a free, speech platform. And it's like, why even have it?
He had the nerve to say Twitter was dead.
Mm-mm.
You just watch when X launches. You just watch.
Now, I'll tell you exactly.
Number one app in the world, I'm going to say it right now, is, you know what? I think it's going to be TikTok. I guarantee it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to make a bold prediction right now, guys. I think it's going to beat TikTok.
Yep. TikTok is still one of the top social media platforms in the United States. Yeah. And I think X will be number 2.
Yeah.
And I think Facebook is going to drop to number 3 or number 4.
Yeah.
And Instagram might be either 3 or 4.
X might overtake TikTok is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If it's an everything app, like it might.
Yeah.
That might allow people to make it go past.
I mean, yeah, you're looking at, it's going to be competing. It's like you're fighting on 2 different fronts or more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because Twitter at one point was just, hey, we're just 140 characters you can tweet and maybe short little videos here and there. But now X is going to become, something more than that. It's going to be everything.
We don't know what.
We don't even
know what everything means.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically going to encompass, I'm assuming, Facebook, so it's going to overtake videos that Facebook is pretty dominant in, and as well as YouTube.
Maybe gaming?
Gaming, yeah, they might be streaming games directly to there, too. So, and to be honest with you, and I'm going to be fair from the other side of this, too, and say that we're looking at, like other platforms like True Social is really not going to do good.
No.
Their platform is very limited.
I'm sorry, but
those were those were nice for the time, but ever since Elon Musk purchased Twitter, it really opened it up.
It's still Twitter. Like Twitter's like the top, like that's what I'm trying to say.
But what helped see Twitter was falling down. That's why True Social popped up. Because True Social was, oh, look, you can be free and speak whatever you want.
But then Elon Musk bought it, and then it wasn't needed.
Yeah, but then there's like, okay, now Twitter's a free speech platform, and all of your friends are on there still. And you don't have to, like, have limited, users on True Social. So, of course, people are going to prefer Twitter over True Social. And that's why I think, like, apps like True Social are kind of dead on the water now that Elon Musk.
The same way.
Parler. Yeah, we used to complain about Parler, being banned and whatnot on, like, people couldn't even access it. But, now I think Parler's dead for good.
Oh, yeah.
Including True Social on that.
Which I don't mind because Twitter's free now, so.
Yep. I'm happy with how he's handling his business with Twitter, changing it to X.
I think we have time for these, dude.
I don't think we'll have time for this, but I can like briefly kind of go over what we were just going to talk about.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go into the articles themselves. But yeah,
of course North Korea's up to their old antics.
Yeah. but let me preface this. The reason why, guys, like, sorry, we had to talk about the Biden
stuff,
corruption.
Yeah.
That was
the most important thing tonight.
Yeah, that was the number one thing we had to discuss. You know, so it sucks we couldn't get to all articles, but, you know, if we would have started at maybe, 8 o'clock
If
at
there
night.
wasn't so many hiccups, thanks, computer.
Yeah, we had some serious technical difficulties tonight, which was the first time in a while that we had those issues. So that kind of shows that we're getting better every week.
Oh, yeah.
But
I love our new logo, though.
Oh, for sure.
Ass.
Anyways, so real quickly though, of course, I don't even need to go into this to give you an explanation, but Rocket Man, the North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, shooting off more rockets into the ocean close to South Korea, and of course, our U.S. troops are on high alert, and also too, there was that soldier that was apprehended at the border. We didn't mention yet, but that's kind of scary.
Hopefully everything goes well there.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any updates on him, if he's like still in custody there in North Korea, but that's scary. Hopefully he makes it home alive. My guess is that he's probably not alive, just because he's probably dead because, the North Koreans they're just going to torture him. And that, like they did to that one guy that was, in North Korea. Yeah. And the thing is, we're not going to do anything about it.
Nope. Biden's an asshole. That's why.
Yep. Anyways.
But yet you'll trade a basketball player that smokes weed and.
Yeah, it's uneven trades. Right. Uneven trades. And then of course this one's a little lengthy, but we're gonna try to give you a Reader's Digest version of it. So Florida recently updated their Black History curriculum, and this is
it about slavery?
Yeah, I'm sure you've heard a little bit about it, maybe, or maybe you haven't. It's there's been so much stuff flying through the news headlines,
this
but
didn't pass my radar.
So basically, what they did is that they passed this new updated curriculum in Florida, where the left has been running with it and saying, like, look, they support slavery, and they're saying that slavery was good and all this. And then it's like, when you really look into it, that's not what they're saying at all. They were basically, apparently the curriculum said something along the lines of that they were what's the word for it? They were supporting slavery, but they were also making it seem like the slaves benefited from being slaves.
Well, you got to keep in mind, it was the time, too.
Well,
back then it was the most economically efficient option, at least for the South.
Yeah.
Was it white? Absolutely not, but...
Now, what Kamala Harris said in this video that I was going to show you was that she, said that, well, slavery should be taught as wrong and it's horrible in every single way. Which, well, that's true. Slavery is bad. But there's also things that, that slaves did learn, important stuff that has helped them past, they've come past their hardships.
Yeah,
that's basically what the curriculum is trying to say, is that, they're going to teach the good, bad, and the ugly about it, but they're also going to teach, that white people are not the only ones that did horrible things.
No.
They're also teaching that, there was some black violence on white people during these times.
Not only that, but a lot of times it was African kings that gave slaves away.
Yeah, and I'm sure those will be maybe explained in the Florida school system.
I hope so.
Maybe. That's been something that was not taught to us in school.
Yeah.
I can attest to that.
Yeah. But yet it's truth.
Yeah, we're just trying to, I feel like history, you learn every bit of it.
A very skewed version of history you learn in school.
I mean, keep in mind there's a lot of history to learn, and there's not enough time to learn it. But we also need to acknowledge that, what they teach in school isn't exactly it doesn't encompass everything.
Especially now with agendas and all that stuff.
Yep. And, you know, us being back in school, we were probably subjected to, you know, those agendas as well. And we were unaware of it. You know, because they also didn't talk about some of the things like, you know, some of these other violent acts that were committed by blacks, as well as, you know, some acts that were, you know, horrible acts that were committed by whites.
But it was better than it is
know?
now, though. It was so much better when we were in school. We had none of this.
As far as we were aware, but that was before
No,
we
the
were
whole
politically.
pride stuff and the
Oh yeah,
like the whole. That's what I'm saying. Like it's a lot more out in the open now. Like all these different ideas
yeah. I don't know.
and stuff.
I
It's
don't.
like
I don't
they
know
gotta
how
get out
Lake
when
is
they
with
did.
that now.
oh they.
You know, I'm not sure. Are they really?
We keep giving tax money to people who don't have a best interest in mind. Let me just say that. Case in point, we're driving by the stadium today, and the stadium's supposed to be powered off and stuff. Nope, the freaking scoreboard out there saying stadium closed. So yes, you're wasting electricity with the tax dollars that we're giving you.
Yep.
Like what? Like,
Well, yeah.
Anyway, why don't you use that money to fix the roads? But I digress. Or make your lights shorter. Not have them be so long. Anyway, I digress.
So, yeah, that's kind of the Reader's Digest version of what we were going to talk about. I mean, we probably could have stretched that out like another 45 minutes
Yes.
with some of the stuff I wanted to discuss. However, we ran out of time. But guys, hopefully you enjoyed this episode of Off the Grid Headlines.
Yes.
And
we got to the important stuff though.
We got to the important stuff. This video will be posted on our YouTube channel as well.
Yes.
You know, we are also under the way of updating our logos.
Yes.
Kind of going into phase 3 of our, like probably our third change in our logos since we've started our podcast. We're just kind of updating as we go along.
Yes.
So we'll see how this goes. It'll be a slow transition to move everything over to everything the way we want. But we're getting there. We're getting there.
Yes.
And I think that's pretty much it.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
And we'll see you guys next time.
See ya.
See ya.